Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video, I just want to show you top 5 tips which are helpful as a Django beginner. So let's go ahead and start with the tip number 1. So I'm in the project folder. You can see I'm able to see manage.py. So when you run the server, manage.py server, and the default server which you are able to run is port number 8000. What if you want to use a different port and when you're trying to work on a different projects parallelly on the same machine, you want to differentiate and try to access the server? How do you do that? So just put your random port number which you want to use. I'll keep it as 880, let's suppose, and try to run the server. So I assume because the server is running, I don't know what. Yeah, the server is running. Let's go to the Google and type localhost 8000, which is default local server. We are not able to run. We are not able to see the project which you are able to run. So if you change it to 880 and run it, there you go. You are able to run the project on port number 880. That's how you are able to do it. And my tip number 2, I'll just do Control C. And if you're trying to use a Git bash on Windows and you're able, when you're trying to create a super user for admin page, python manage.py create super user, you will get an error saying that super user creation skipped due to not running in TTY. It's just because we are using a git bash in a Windows terminal, we are not able to access it. You can handle this error just by adding winpty. It's a Windows package for running this command. Just create super user, and you are able to create your super user easily with this command. Just type the command, just give any random username. I'll say admin, and I don't want to give any email address right now, and I'll do any random password. I just typed out this very similar, and it's asking for the confirmation. I said why. Yes, there you go. You can create a super user with this easily. I'll clear out everything. Tip number 3. So let's suppose you're working on a project and you have shared this project and told you one of your friends to run it on their local machine, and you don't want to see the errors the which we see, like when we try to run the server. I'll show you an example. I'll try to run the server, and I'll go this. Yes, it's working. Just go to any random URL so that it pops out an error. There you go. You can able to see page not found 404 error. So and you can also able to see the using URL config and the URL paths where you can able to access it. So you want to hide this kind of things for a non-developer. How do you do that? Just go to the settings file in the project and just change debug equal to false and save this and run the server. There you go. You can see an error over here saying that you must set allowed settings dot allowed host if debug is false. So you have to uh, mention what are the hosts which will be able to access it from the URL. So generally what everyone will do, will just go to 880 and will just try to copy this and paste it, and let's see what happens, and run the server on 880. I think we can able to run this server. Yeah, See, you have a bad request status code 400. Why this came? Because we are running the project and we have made the default. Our project actually should run on port 880. Why it is throwing an error? So, because you have added a URL field instead of a local host or or an IP address. So just change it to localhost. You are able to see the project. Localhost and save and try to, yeah, my server is also running. Try to go here and try to refresh it. There you go. You can able to access the project from by adding a log host, and you can also do star to allow any host which which you are which is not I don't recommend it, just because what is the purpose of doing this false if you are allowing every host. So I'll just make it into the previous thing and save it, and you go to any other URL which throws an error. There you go. You are not able to see the URLs which you have seen before. So it says not found. The request resource was not found on the server. So in this way, you can able to make the project readable for the non-developer when they are trying to look over the project, and because they don't understand all those things if they don't have basic knowledge about the Django. So my tip number 4: suppose we have a situation where one of your friends, you want to share this project to one of your friend, and they are getting some errors when they try to run the server, just because they don't know what packages what have been installed in on this project. So you have to add a file which says the pack installed packages, so they can install it on their machine and they can run it. So how do you do that? Before, let's see how what are the packages installed in this project. If you do pip phrase, these are all the things which are installed in this project. So just save it in a file, pip freeze greater than symbol requirements .txt. So all these things will be saved in the requirements file, requirements.txt file, and try to click enter. Yeah, let's go and see. You can see the requirements.txt file has been created, and you can see the dependencies over here. So suppose how do you install this requirements.txt? Just do pip install -r requirements.txt and click enter. It will install all those things, packages or dependencies which are installed on the project when you clone the project from GitHub or when they share the project with you. So this is my tip number 4, and we'll go to the tip number 5. I'll clear the screen. You can able to see env drop down. What is this actually? So it's actually an environment where we are working and isolating our project from other projects. So I'll try to deactivate this, and we don't have anything over here. And suppose if we have any other packages installed in this project, we let's see our Django admin whether it is installed on our local machine or not. Yes, Django has been installed on my local machine, but sometimes you have to install Django for every new project you are trying to create, and you need an environment for it. You have to isolate your project from other projects to so that your project looks clean and it doesn't mess up with other projects. Just for creating the environment, just do -mvenv and your environment name. Generally I'll go with env and the project name. You can take your name, anything whichever you want, and try to click enter, and it will create the environment. I have already created an environment for this project, and env drop down is my environment name. I'll try to activate it. Env scripts and activate, and there you go. You can see we are in an environment env drop down. So this is isolating our project from other projects. If you go to the env drop down folder, and you can able to see the libraries and packages which have been installed. I don't want to go through in deep into that. We can make it in other video. And last but not least, just this hope this all these tips helped you guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Thank you so much.